The reason why Bitcoin is fundamentally different from other cryptocurrencies, a crypto token, Ether, could rise fivefold by the end of 2026, and Bitcoin hits a 2-week low on US inflation data. When will the Bitcoin price increase? Well, guys, we've got a lot to talk about today, so let's not waste any time and get right into the news. Bitcoin LFG bull market news. Investing legend Paul Tudor Jones is bearish on stocks but bullish on gold and Bitcoin BTC due to potential Israel-Hamas conflict escalation and US fiscal issues. Oof. Now again, we're hearing this thing about the Israel-Hamas conflict, and I actually like the way that they said that the Israel-Hamas conflict, not Israel-Palestine conflict. Israel-Hamas conflict is a very good way to put it. Yeah, so through these issues, Paul Tudor is saying that this could have a bullish effect on gold and Bitcoin. Now, why? Well, one, because US is having fiscal issues. But yeah, with the US off facing fiscal issues, I mean, with the, I think it's 13.3 or 13.7 US dollars debt that it's in right now. I think it's 13 some trillion dollars of US debt that's accumulated, and the US economics just has been kind of, or US government has been kind of just slapping band-aid after band-aid on all these issues. A lot of people are predicting that there's going to be depression, and people say that this is going to be a huge cause into why Bitcoin and gold is really going to increase, and not even just Bitcoin, but cryptocurrencies in general, specifically Bitcoin, because it's the biggest one. However, we're gonna have to see how that plays out, and I'm not exactly sure how this is related to the Israel-Hamas conflict. I think it's probably because there's so much money and so much US money being sent over to Israel that we don't know what's going to happen when this crash or depression happens. So I'm assuming it has to do something like that, but don't quote me on that. That's just my estimation. I may be completely wrong about that. Anyways, next, Bitcoin is fundamentally different from other cryptocurrencies, Fidelity Digital Assets says. Now, this is something that we've known, obviously, for a while. There's a reason why it stands out so much. Bitcoin is a monetary good and an attractive store of value. Okay, I don't want to read that. So traditional investors tend to use the technology investing framework when analyzing Bitcoin, which leads them to a wrong conclusion that the cryptocurrency as a first mover technology will easily be supplanted by a superior one or have lower returns. Analysts Chris Cooper and Jack Neurder wrote. However, Bitcoin's first technological breakthrough was not as a superior payment technology, but as a superior form of money, the authors wrote. Bitcoin is fundamentally different from any other digital asset, the report said, and other cryptocurrencies are unlikely to improve on Bitcoin as a monetary good because it's the most secure, decentralized, sound digital money. The success of Bitcoin network is not mutually exclusive with the success of other networks, the report argued. As a result, rest of the digital asset ecosystem can serve different needs or solve other problems that Bitcoin can. Now, guys, this is an important thing, and I've said this multiple times. A lot of people want to be like, oh, Bitcoin will know XRP, oh, XRP will know Cardano, X, Y, Z. Different coins have different utilities, right here. Bitcoin's first technological breakthrough was not as a superior payment technology, but as a superior form of money. Now, guys, this is key. Different coins have different utility. XRP is really focused on cross-border transactions. Bitcoin here is different. It doesn't offer that in the same way that XRP does. However, it's the most generalized one, that's the most decentralized, sound digital money, and it's secure. Next article we have here is on the Reuters website. Crypto token Ether could rise fivefold by the end of the thing. So here they're just talking about a quick thing about Ether, and I kind of wanted to leave this article in just for you guys to see, just for you guys to know. Yeah, take a look at this. There's a few key things. Ether, the second largest cryptocurrency, may rise more than fivefold in value by 2026, according to the global bank standard Stan L. Its latest prediction of rocketing crypto prices. Ether may hit 8,000 over the next 2 years as it becomes more widely used in the blockchain-based covenants known as smart contracts, as well as gaming and the tokenization of traditional assets. Stan Chart, head of FX research, West Jeff Kendrick wrote. Assessing the value of cryptocurrencies is fraught with difficulty as tokens such as Ether or Bitcoin that are not backed by traditional assets lack the gauges used to price bonds or currencies. The price of crypto tokens are generally driven by sentiment of investors. We see 8,000 levels as stepping stone to our long-term structural valuation estimate of 26,000 to 35,000, wrote Kendrick, who also heads the bank's digital asset research. The valuation assumes the future use cases and revenue streams that may not have emerged yet, although the real-world cases of gaming and tokenization should support their development. Kendrick told Reuters that the structural valuation estimate was very long term, say 2024. Ether has gained 30% this year, though remains almost 70% below its all-time high of about 4,869 hit in November 2021, and there was a huge boom of Ethereum back then. Now, I know this is not Bitcoin, but I wanted to mention it just so you guys know as well. I just wanted to add it in there. Next, the final article that we have for today, Bitcoin hits 2-week low on the US inflation data. When will Bitcoin price bounce? Let's take a look into it. So here we can see the chart. I believe this is the 12-hour chart. As you can see here, there's been a huge bear right here, but Bitcoin hit new October lows after October 11th. Wall Street open as one analyst hailed the final stage of the cryptocurrency bear market. Data from the Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed further Bitcoin price weaknesses emerging, costing bulls $27,000 to support. At the time of the writing, the largest cryptocurrency was headed towards a $26.6 thousand as a downside gained momentum. The move followed the United States inflation data in the form of producer price index, the September print for which came in above expectations, 2.2% versus 1.6% year on year. This added to concerns about lingering U.S. inflation pressures with dollar strength up and risk assets down. So here we can say the producer price index from the Bureau of Labor of Statistics. Very interesting. So this is the 12-month percentage change. Overall, so here we can take a look at this. The move followed the United States inflation data in the form of the producer price index, the September print for which came in above expectations, 2.2% versus 1.6% year on year. This added concerns about lingering U.S. inflation pressures with dollar strength up and risk assets down. Here we can see that it's kind of talking about how the inflation works and stuff like that. There's a huge one in 2022, and I assume that's because of COVID, but I'm not too sure. Regardless, PPI coming hotter than expected, meaning that the DXY will probably have a bounce upwards and Bitcoin some corrections south. Still monitoring the lower boundaries here for potential entries. Michael Van de Poppe, founder and CEO of MN Trading, commented on X, having already lost $1,000 since a death cross completed on the daily chart at the start of the week. Bitcoin thus hit its lowest levels since September 29th. In so doing, it canceled out its previous October gains and removed the month status as a classic October. The final stage of the bear market for the crypto Van de Poppe continued. So interesting. People are saying that this is the last stage before there's going to be a huge bounce back. So fingers crossed, let's hope that happens. I'm going to have to take a look and do more research into that. Here's a fantastic tweet by Dan Crypto, which is talking about at its highest open interest level since the August dump. Usually this is met by some kind of squeeze from this point. So here he's talking about that squeeze that's going to happen or is happening. But we'll see. Hopefully this turns out for the best for all of us and Bitcoin and in general the cryptocurrency community in general. Guys, make sure you guys are not taking anything that I say as financial advice. It's only just news that I'm spreading. Any advice you may think I am giving is just my own personal opinion and is not for you to act on it. Do what you will with that information, but make sure you are thorough, make sure you're integral about your research and being honest with yourself. Be smart and make the best moves. Guys, these videos are not monetized, so please like, subscribe, and share. It would make the world of a difference for me. I'm really trying to just bring out the best news for everybody. But till the next video, I hope you guys have a fantastic day and good luck with your trades.